What's going on, NMAA family? Week 10 in the books, and we are here with the Week 11 podcast, and we got the whole, it's not a trio. What is it called when it's four people? Quadrio. I don't know. So Dev is here.
That was terrible. I really don't know the answer, but that was bad.
Quad something. It's got to be quad something. I don't know, man. I'm just going with it. Dev, how you doing today?
Man, well, today I guess I'm fine, but a few days ago wasn't so good.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, baby. It was
you can hear Ozzy smiling through. Oh, and you can see him smiling, but you can hear him smiling through the podcast. Ozzy, how you doing today?
I'm good. Of course I'm good, man. Revengers are back, baby. Commission's back, baby. I'm back, baby. Let's go.
Hey. All right, that's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Ramsey, how you doing, bro? I know that you were real high off that 3-game win streak.
Wait.
Kind of stumbled a little bit there.
I'm listening. What's he got to say?
Listen,
you've been real loud for 3 weeks.
A buzzer beater like that.
Oh
man,
it sucks, doesn't it?
Life out of you, man.
It sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. It really sucks.
No, Ramsey, do you know why it sucks a lot right now?
Up a pump fake buzzer.
It was a double pump. It was a double pump to close
20
the
feet
game.
From three.
From three. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Kwong has hit some buzzer beaters in our league. So
yeah.
Shout out to Kwong, man.
I texted him later. I was like, "You're a bad man. You're just a bad man."
And what he did after, he kept his finger up. He went to the bleachers and sat down.
Yeah, he did.
He sat down. He held the gooseneck on the bench. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. But before we get to recap, let's get to the league news. Ozzy, what do you got for us today?
All right, league news. So first, some of you may be seeing this on video. We are experimenting today about putting this on our YouTube channel. So we will see. You might see it on YouTube. If it doesn't go well in editing, then you won't. But anyways, we're calling that out. Real quick, we're going to have 2 podcasts this week. So there'll be a second one coming out on Friday morning. We're going to record Thursday. That's going to have our top 25 leaders, call out some of these stat guys that have been killing it, our MVP candidates, we're going to announce those, and also playoff scenarios, what everybody right now cares about, because can you believe it? All 12 teams are still alive for a playoff spot. 2 have clinched, probably 3 have clinched. We haven't even done that yet. So, a lot to dive into, so you're going to get 2 episodes this week. Also, a couple housekeeping items. I love those. Jerseys. I saw too many players without jerseys on Sunday. There is a jersey rule. You're going to get tech if you don't wear your jerseys. I spent a lot of money on these jerseys. That, if you remember from the emails, I was going to charge you a rental fee. Did you get charged a rental fee? No, you didn't, because I forgot to do it. So start wearing my jerseys, or I'm going to charge you $50 to replace it. All right, to pay for a new one. All right, now knock it off. Wear the jerseys. Okay. Fans. So just a reminder, most of you already know about the incident we had a few weeks ago. There was another one on Sunday. Just a reminder, all of you, and I think this is really just also the new players. Fans are not allowed to heckle players. Number one, it's a family-friendly environment. We got a lot of kids in there. They cannot curse, and they cannot come onto the court. So just a reminder for every single player in NMAA, that is your responsibility if you bring fans into the gym, that they know those rules. And if they violate those rules, depending on the severity, you'll get a warning or you'll be immediately banned from coming into the gym. So let's hopefully keep it family friendly and follow these rules, and we can all have a good time in the gym. And then last item is another shout out, I hate having to do these. I feel like I've done too many of these this season. We've had another season-ending injury to Josh Clemens for Al-Fateh, the big man. He hurt his calf back in December, as a lot of us know. He came back. He tried to play through it, but now he's been ruled out for the rest of the season. So Josh, heal up. For having popped my calf 5 weeks ago, it sucks. I get it, man. So heal up, recover, and I expect to see you back next season, Josh. That's it, man.
Yeah, Josh, praying for you, bro. It's too many injuries, and I always feel like it's hamstrings and calves the whole time. I don't know what it is, but anyway, praying for him. But let's get right into the recap, boys. And the Week 10 NMAA recap, we got it for you, boys. And Ozzy's really excited about this one. And you know what? We'll get right into that game. Let me go through the box scores. Then you guys could discuss it. John versus the Revengers. And the Revengers pulled it out 68-60. The video is on the YouTube channel. Footage with great commentary. Marv Albert, he got that gravel in his voice too. I don't know how he was doing that. But Revenger stats: Nasser Al-Mullah, 13 points, 5 assists. Quentin Zaratni, 14 points, and a clutch 3 in the fourth quarter. Sharif, 23 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. BG, 8 points. Kamos, 5. Ozzy had 2. Steve Smith had 3. Everyone was getting buckets. But for Jun's side, Alex 4, 27, 9, 2 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. Not a terrible game for Alex, but the supporting cast: James Nicholson L, 12 points, 6 rebounds. Jabari had 11. Kaz had 4. Trayvon had 4. And that was it. So
Juarez, if you can really quickly, can you read off who had the leading assist on my team?
Kaz had 8.
Okay, I just want to make sure we say that out loud.
Kaz had 8 assists last week too, I
My
think.
starting power forward led my game in assists and almost had double figures. My power forward.
Actually, I'm looking at it here. The rest of your team combined for 7 assists. So he had 8. And
I didn't even know that statistic.
There you go. I just did the math because I was like, wait, 3, 2, 1, 1. Yeah. So Ozzy pulled it out. Upset of the season. 3 wins versus 8-win team. Everyone picked John in the picks, and it was kind of like, well, yeah, hopefully maybe Ozzy has a shot, but probably not. And you guys were up most of this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So what has been one of the running themes of this season? What have we been talking about? We've been talking about, and there's been some internal conflict over it, if you want to call it, about coaching. Right. And there's been some debate about whether or not coaching matters. And Dev and I are on the side of coaching does matter, while there's others who don't think it really matters. And I'm going to tell you right now, this game, El Clasico, Dev versus me, the game that I always get the most amped up for, because no matter what my season is doing, I cannot let Dev beat me. I cannot. I just can't. So it was the first time all season on a Tuesday, I texted my team. I said, I am putting in a game plan. Y'all get ready for it. And I sent them a voice note, which I have not done all season. I don't do voice notes unless it's something serious. My coaches know that. I sent them a voice note 4 minutes long with a game plan. And I told them, y'all better follow my lead or this ain't going to fly no more. And then I came out and I took off. And this is one thing I feel a little bit bad about for the new players on Dev's team. I took off my commish hat. I usually wear my commish hat, which means I respect all my players. I don't want them to be, have a bad taste in their mouth, okay? But I took it off because the player in me, and even though I'm not that guy anymore, the player in me talks trash, plays physical, gets in your face. And I sent that message from the very beginning. Now, most of my trash talk was towards Dev, but my guys who have been playing soft all season picked up that trash talk. And what resulted? The game plan, the strategy, the physicalness, the feistiness, the chippiness, a 68-60 victory for us. And watch out, we are coming for that title.
Oh, okay. You got to make the playoffs. Honestly, I don't know all that. Dev, how'd you feel about this game, man? I feel like you guys let this one.
So the game against Sultans, I said that at no point did I feel like I was going to lose the game. I think it was either Zane or either Trayvon. I sat down in the third quarter. We're down by 2 in the third quarter. And I said, I'm going to lose this game. I'm going to win it, but I'm going to lose this game. And the only reason I said that, my players don't know that either, but the only reason I said that is that from the start of the game, I felt like we didn't do anything that we would normally do. Like Ozzy came in. I even told him, oh, Juarez, you'll know this. You know how Mujahid used to play in playoffs? That's literally how Ozzy came out. He came out like, look,
I hated
we're not going to get hurt, but we're going to talk so much and we're going to be in so much of your ear and we're going to hit you so many times that you're just going to keep remembering. Alex texted me afterwards. He's like, I'd never said anything to Ozzy's players. Do they have an issue with me? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, normally, the guy who's guarding me talks trash. He said collectively every single one of them did. He said even the ones who weren't guarding me.
Which, by the way, that wasn't the game plan. I don't know where they just it just escalated, and I wasn't actually expecting
Yeah,
that.
so I
Yeah.
told my guys, I said, look, you guys got punched in the face. They threw the first punch and they threw it real hard. This is what MIB actually does. MIB throws the first punch real nasty.
Uppercut.
And they just count on it because they're like, look, if we throw this nasty punch, then we can work on a lot of other things and mess up throughout the game. Because there are stages in the game where MIB's kind of like chilling and coasting and playing around, but they punch you so hard in the beginning that you don't expect it. And then it's hard to recover. That's what Ozzy did. Even though we kept it close throughout parts of the game, I think like it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It was just he controlled it from that perspective from the get-go. And I will say kudos to Nasser and Sharif, whatever you guys are saying, because I don't even know, but like I think it personally affected my guys. So it's kind of hard, I think, to personally affect them, but it really did. You could see it. And here's another thing too, and this goes out to my guys. Guys, everybody got to see where you guys don't fall in place on defense when Chris Malcolm is not there. In the fourth quarter, if you watch the video, there's wide open three after wide open three. And then on top of that, I think I counted 3 total passes in the fourth quarter.
That was the main issue. That's what I saw. I was like,
3 total passes in the fourth quarter. I was just like, look, it's just not.
People getting double teamed too, and just not. I was like, what is going on?
And I don't put the blame on any particular player because you can see it. Even at least just in the fourth quarter, I'm not saying in other times, my team they put the ball on the floor and they shot it. Whether that be Alex, whether that be Jabari, whether that be James, it didn't matter. I didn't see a second or third pass. I literally just seen them shoot. That's it. Let's see if we can win. I don't know.
Hey, Dev.
I thought it was selfish.
That's your team, man. They're all scorers. You know, you can't really change a score. A scorer just wants to score. He don't really want to pass.
No, Chris Malcolm hides a lot of holes on defense for sure.
Exactly, he does.
He really does because he's a pterodactyl down there, and everybody's just like, oh, just play good defense outside and then force it.
I only, obviously I'm still dealing with my injury, so I only played mostly in the first quarter and like 2 minutes after that. But I took 4 shots in the first quarter. 3 of them were in the paint. Okay, 3 of them because I knew that there was nobody down there. I just knew it. So that's the kind of attitude that aggressiveness we came out. Like I went into the paint to show my team we are going to do whatever it takes to win this damn game. So, it was bringing that.
You did a great job. I always tell my guys we have 6 fouls. Why don't we ever give them? At least, I'm not saying hurt anybody. I'm just saying like stop.
Make them earn it. Yeah.
And Ozzy made. I will say, shoot. Alex had 5 fouls. He had to play a different style of game. I've never seen him airball before. I'm pretty sure he's going to come back in a different mindset. No, but that's really what he did. I don't even have anything to say because he punched, he threw that nasty punch, and then it just didn't work out for me.
Ozzy, out of those 4 shots that you took, how many did you make?
1, baby.
There we go.
I was fouled on 1.
I did see one Ozzy did get a foul. I was like, wait, that's a foul.
Didn't call it, but yeah.
So
listen, I will not be able to heal up personally until the season's over. I can't get my left leg going. That's okay. I'm here to coach my guys to win. So, anyways, that's how classical, baby. Rangers are back.
All right, Ozzy.
Great.
We're one. I'm gonna just go 1-1. You take this one. I got the one from last season.
All right, evens out. It evens out. But
bring up last season.
Great game there. One of the better games of the season. We'll move on to the next game. MIB versus Towheed. MIB pulls it out 80-72, which means we are in sole possession of first place, but it doesn't really matter because we play John for first place this next week anyway. And then the point differential, all of that doesn't matter. If you have the same record, it's head to head.
That's a game, baby. That's a game.
We'll get to that. But MIB versus Towheed, for our side, we had Quan had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Austin Pack, still one of the most, still underrated somehow. 19 points, 11 rebounds. Romello, 33 points, 5 threes, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals. Mo Green had a quiet statistical game, but he played real well. 8 points for him. And from the Towheed side, Dier 22, 13, and 6 assists, 4 steals. Michael Nichols 17, Salim 16 with the most nonsense backboard 3-pointers that I've ever seen in my life.
He did not have a good shooting game at all.
He did, no,
And
he
he
didn't.
just, but those backboard threes though,
If he was
went in.
shooting from anywhere else, they would be air balls. But since he was shooting from that angle, it hit the top of the glass and went in. And I was like, what kind of shot is that?
No,
Yeah,
and
but
I'm
Like,
not
how
taking
does that
anything
go in?
away from Salim.
No.
He's been playing great since he got
He
that
has,
trade.
yeah. No, but that's the thing
But-
with Salim. That's the thing with Salim. I saw some of it too, and it was just terrible shooting by him. But he's coming off of three straight 30-point games, or at least he had 3 games in a row where he had
But
30
you know
points.
what's crazy? I think he's late to most of those games. He's like AP and still dropping 30 somehow.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not Sunday. No, and so he's got to learn that too. He's a young guy. He's got to learn. Hey, if I'm chucking up bricks, maybe I'm hurting my team. Let's do something.
He was
else.
chucking a little bit. So this game, we just how Dev talked about the punch. We went up 43-20, I believe, in the first half. In the second half, my guys kind of let off the gas a little bit. We did get a little complacent. We got so used to those 20-point wins. We're like, all right, we're up 20, like we're good now. But Towheed's not a team where you can just let them shoot back into it because they got scores. Mike Nichols started hitting some shots. Dier hit some shots, started getting some fast break points, and they chipped back into it. We were still up 14 with 5 minutes left. And then we missed the first free throw on 2 1-on-1s, so didn't get score there. And then they hit 2 threes, one off the top of the glass. Austin gets an inbound and throws it away. They hit another 3, cut it at 3. We get fouled. We make it 5. They try to make a back. Diaz tries to shoot a 3, actually. He could have laid it up. I think Ozzy said this on the video, too. He could have went all the way and laid it up, and it would have been a 2-point 3-point game. He probably should have done that because we weren't making free throws.
Right.
And he missed that 3. It was a 4-point game. They fouled us. We ended up winning by 8. It was pretty much over after that. So it was a blowout that kind of became close towards the end, but we pulled it out at the end. And you know what? We had not a great shooting game. If you look at it, Quan, Marcus, Mo, Jamal, all wide open so many times.
Marcus
and they missed so many shots. Marcus coming off of 2 5 3-pointer games.
Yeah,
he might have went 0 for 7, 0 for 8. He had 0 points. So
that's that shooter life, man. Marcus is in the 3-point club, right?
Yeah.
This exclusive club that I've created that nobody knows about. He's in the 3-point club, but that happens. Sometimes you just can't buy a bucket. I was impressed with Tim Nightingale. It was good to see Tim back. He's missed a few weeks with an ankle injury. It's not healed yet, but he had 12, 9, and 4 blocks. So he was doing what he could. But that was a story, too, that I saw. I just saw really bad shot selection by Towheed. And if that's not something they don't clean up, I mean, it's not going to carry them far into the playoffs. They've got to get better shots, like especially in the fourth quarter. It was a good comeback attempt, but just like you said, Dier gets the rebound. They had plenty of time. I think the clock was in the 20, 25-second range.
yeah,
Dier could have gone all the way for a layup, and that would have made it a 2-point game. That's what you should have done. That's the right thing to do.
he
That's the
settled
smart
for a
thing to do.
30-footer. Yeah,
And he pulled up for a quick 3 and he missed, and that was it pretty much.
Yeah, Juarez has that benefit of that lightning fast guard. Then he has that slasher that just waits for his defender to look away with the lightning flash guard coming at him, boom, and hit him, and then now it's almost a go-to 2 points.
yeah,
That it becomes if you don't switch over properly. So I watched that whole game and I'm like, man, Romello, he's fantastic. He really is, man. I really don't have anything. I want to say something bad about him. I really do. Like,
he can't. He's the
had
MVP,
most of
man.
he had most of those punches early on. He had this move where he pretty much just snatched back like I think half the team and hit the jump shot. That was
That's a good offset video.
he's tough. He's absolutely fantastic. And Austin is like super cleanup duty.
Yeah,
I don't think he's underrated anymore. Austin is showing that he's a player that you have to account for on MIB. I mean, he's just so active.
He hit a 3 and then I think he hit 2 threes and free throws.
Oh, I thought
he's our best free throw shooter.
I was telling everyone he couldn't shoot.
Yeah, he's our best free throw shooter. I'm not even joking.
Damn.
He makes all our free throws.
He gets so, he gets,
You know why? You know why, Juarez? You know he's the best free throw. He goes to the line a lot.
Yeah, he does. He does go to the line. He gets fouled a
he's
lot.
everywhere.
And
Yeah.
nicest guy too. Another, he got
Oh,
fouled on a
100%.
jump shot, and I was like, Jeff, my guy got slapped, right? You said Tim. They said Tim blocked it, but he got his arm, and he's like, well, Austin didn't even say anything. I was like, he never says anything. He's not going to say anything. So you got to give him the foul anyway. But anyway, that game was good. 9-1 first place. And battle for
Yeah.
first last week of the season. I'm glad the schedule came out like is this way because
Wow,
it's
right?
perfect now.
It
It's
worked
lined up
out.
perfectly.
Yeah.
But next game, Al-Fateh versus the 99ers. Ramsey, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but we go through every game and it's
all
not
good,
personal,
man.
bro.
It's all
It's best to be blessed, but this week,
Not
both of
this
y'all
week.
lost.
Not this
So-
week.
So 68-66, Al-Fateh pulled it out. Another crazy team effort looking down the stats. 6 points for Quan Pham, and he hit the game winner. Ryan had 6 points. Wasim Safadi had 8 points, 3 steals, 4 assists. Freddie had 10 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Darius Venegas had 18, 6 rebounds. Momo, Mohammed Merchant,
Momo.
18 points and
Wow.
4 rebounds.
Momo.
In his
That's
second
vintage
game.
Momo right there. A second game. of the
Fantastic.
year.
That must have came off of Wasim's assist right now, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wasim is, yeah.
Or
Good
Ramsey, was he
job.
doing that cockroach thing where he's like always in the right place
Bro,
all the time?
He was hitting the toughest angles. Like
Always
Lamel
does.
played him so good too, and
Classic
the
Momo.
guy's
Huh?
amazing, bro.
Classic Momo.
Yeah, Momo is always in the right place. I love
You-
playing with Momo.
You can't
Nice.
let him catch it or have the ball within a 3-foot circle around the basket, or he's gonna make it.
around. He
It
got a
doesn't
lot
matter.
of stuff in there.
Yeah, he just spins it off the glass. Like I don't know how he does it, but
Yeah.
for the 99ers side, Brian Brown 20 points. Ramsey had 9 himself, even though he barely plays any minutes. Ramsey, you got to play more minutes, bro. Your 4th round pick.
I
Aaron
played
Mitchell.
last week. and
You did?
y'all-
Aaron Mitchell 17 points. Akeem 15. Lamel had 3 and 8. You didn't have
No Mike.
hurt you. But talk about this game, Ramsey. How'd it go for you?
Yeah, I believe in the start of the third quarter we were up by 17. We were up by 17.
No, we
Like
were
somewhere
not.
in the third quarter.
Late in the
And
third
then-
quarter, it was 57.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
was.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that either.
I started
So-
recording. Yeah, go ahead, Ramsey. Sorry.
So what started happening was a lot of our guys would start playing one-on-one. They started taking one-on-one matchups seriously because, you know, they were talking to the other team and they were going back and forth. And yeah, we got away from team ball, and Nader's team was playing man on us, and then everyone just went one-on-one to get individual matchups. Fourth quarter, they're up by, I believe, like 4 or 5 points. We make a little run at the end of the game, and I believe we're up by 1. 5 seconds left. They roll the ball. Wasim dribbles the ball up court. I believe Kwong told him, "Hey, I'm trailing you." Wasim passes to Kwong. Kwong goes up, pump fakes. Brian puts his hand up. He goes under Brian's hands from the 3, floats it like this, kept the hand up, and walks
Gooseneck.
himself to the bleacher.
Yep.
Bro,
Swish.
I'm telling you, I'm sure you guys have played against or had games where there was buzzer beaters in that game, and it just takes the life out of you.
I had
It
3
takes
games.
the
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
The worst.
I had 3 games. Yeah.
Like you're like
Just this
1
season,
second
Ozzy.
left, like
Yeah.
this can't be. Like this is not supposed to. Like I couldn't even
This
talk.
can't
after the
be.
game. I couldn't even talk. And Quan came up to me, and I was like, "Yeah." That was
I mean,
good
just
game.
look at the difference in Ramsey's tone from
Yeah.
last week to this week. Last week, he was the loudest guy on the podcast, letting us all know how awesome the 99ers are, letting us all know how awesome certain players are, rubbing it in my face, and now look at him.
I'm
got
telling
the
you,
listen.
a win
He's got the better record
decides
now, Ramsey.
everything.
Yeah,
Win
this
decides
is the
everything.
theme of life, man. Sometimes in life you go through the highs, and then
Look at this.
sometimes
Yeah,
God
he's a
just needs
philosopher
to
now.
humble y'all.
Look
Now
at
he's a
Ryan.
philosopher.
Ramsey could like twist a loss into a good. Like
No,
he's like
no,
0
the
and
thing
6,
is,
and
the
he's
only
like,
thing the only time you become influential is when you lose. When you win, is like you dang right I won.
Yeah.
I'm serious because listen, when we went through the 6 losses, everyone was playing individual basketball. Through the 3 wins, we were playing team ball. I want my guys to know, like, hey, you can't win like this. You're not gonna win playing one-on-one matchups. And we got Showtime next, and we coming for some
Ooh.
heads, baby. We got this, baby.
Oh, there it
I don't
is.
Going
know.
down, dog. It's going
Uh-huh.
in.
Fillmore
Who
going
got next?
crazy.
Who's that other game, Morris?
The Showtime versus Blessed. This week, it was not best to be blessed. 94-86 Showtime. Going through the box scores, Josh Fillmore had 39 points, 6 assists. Came up to me after the game and said that 13 turned into 39, bro. I'm like, yeah, it did. You're right. Demetrius, 11 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists. Chris Emile, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Zach had 7 and 4 rebounds. Shout out Zach. For
Zach.
Blessed, Tim McGuire might be the best game of the season for him.
Best game of the
28
season.
points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds.
Good
I
job.
give
Jay
him
Barnett.
heat. A good game, Tim. I'd be giving Tim heat. So good job.
Yeah,
Tim.
statistically, that's his best game.
Good job.
Jay Barnett, 11 points, 19 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals, stuffed the stat sheet up. Okay.
Old man in the books.
Yeah, that Mujahid, that classic Mujahid, talks less trash, but plays the same sometimes.
Yeah.
Isaiah Nicholson, 12 points, 8 rebounds. Terrell Alfred had 29, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. But I didn't see much of this game. Ozzy, you saw this, right? How'd this game go?
Yeah, I saw the fourth quarter and some of the third. Just Showtime was just overall better. Bless couldn't hit shots. I think most of Tim McGuire's baskets might have been in the first half, early third. I only saw him hit a couple in the fourth. Is that right? No? Was he hitting in the second half? I can't remember the fourth quarter.
He was hitting deep. I believe
Okay.
Showtime was up by 19, and
They were up big, yeah.
Wait, what's the score? 91-86 or 94-86?
94-86. Yeah, 94-86. Yeah, and Terrell hit a couple big threes too. Isaiah was off. He had some really good looks. He wasn't hitting them. It just Showtime was just overall better. That's really what it was. Just overall, Showtime was just a better. They were hitting shots. Blessed wasn't, and they beat them. That's really what I saw.
Wars, talk to your boy Isaiah. What, bro? Talk to him, man.
What do you mean?
He had some good looks.
He's missing so many threes, and the one time that he takes it in, he did take it in like I believe twice, but one of the times that he took it in, Jay lays it up, and that's an easy point. That's easy points. I don't think he made a 3. He didn't make a 3 that game, right?
I said he has 2.
No, he's got 2 threes.
He got 2.
Maybe.
Damn.
But I mean, I do remember that. Yeah, he had some good looks. They weren't dropping.
We all know Isaiah's a 20-point guy. He can be that guy. Like,
yeah, the thing is, you know what? And Isaiah listens to the podcast, so Isaiah sometimes will not want to force things to not upset his teammates. So he'll be like, all right.
Well, actually, it depends now towards the end of the season.
Like he'll just kind of like stand on the wing, and then even if he's got he's not the type of guy that's like, I got a mismatch, bro, give me the ball. He's just not like that. So you have to force him to be aggressive sometimes. So I have told him, I said, bro, what are you doing? Like, you got to be playing better than this. And he's playing within himself. So Terrell's been going off, and he's not getting in the way at least. So
no,
but when Showtime scores 94, it's going to be hard for Blessed, where I haven't seen Blessed score such high numbers consistently. Do that.
Yeah, that's just I don't agree. Right, Dev. I don't think this team has the offense to score 94 points. It's just not there. And it was just like we were saying last week. If Terrell's not dropping 35 plus, this team is going to struggle to win if they don't get stops. They did get stops. But Showtime offensively, from what I saw, was able to do whatever they wanted. And Josh. But by the way, did anybody call Josh sleeping last week on the podcast? Because he put that up on Instagram, something about him sleeping. Something about he wasn't sleeping this week. Yeah. So I
don't remember saying that.
Maybe
it probably would have been me because we beat Showtime, but I don't remember saying anything.
We really got to remember what we say, but I think we must have said something like he was asleep. I guess that might be because he called it out this week on Instagram. I saw it. Hey, 39 points. That's a response, Josh. Great job, man. That's how you shut us up or shut Juarez.
Great game by Josh. So. Great game by Josh. But let's move on to the next game. Huck versus Commie. And Huck pulls it out 71-60.
I told you once that 3 comes back together, deadly. Once
you called it. Dev called it. Dev literally called it 71-60. D'Angelo lead 23 points, 3 blocks, 6 rebounds. Finally, D'Angelo, dude, this is what he should be doing every game. Norris Anderson, 16 points. Heron, 18 points. Debo had 4 and 6. JP had 8 points. For the Commie Stars, Nacho had 27. AP had 16. Amir had 12. Hani had 2 and 11 and 2 blocks.
Honey got
And you know
hurt.
what, man?
Honey got hurt.
Did he?
Yeah, he came to me in the middle of my game, and he was showing me his finger. I think the tip of his finger was dislocated. So we were having to get him a first aid kit. So I don't know if he went back in the game or not. But he got hurt. He hurt his hand.
Yeah, I think Akbar saw his finger and said it was doing the stinky leg. So
Yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
The commissars have taken a complete turn.
Oh my god! I was just gonna say, Dev, I thought it was gonna be me, you, and the Commie Stars were gonna be the 3 best teams, and I wasn't sure towards the end. And now the Commie Stars, if the playoffs started this week, they would not be in.
No, I wasn't super sold with the commissars just because I felt like they needed one more scorer.
Yeah,
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
I just
It's
think
true.
their bench is not strong at all.
That's also true.
yeah.
They need They need a 6-man spark. It's weird. Thodic, it has to be Thodic. It was 10 and 12 points. Thodic has to put double-digit points up for them to win games. He can't be scoring 3.
When he has, I think
They won.
And
Yeah.
he had 3 points. Can't do that. He
Can't
just
do
can't
that. He has to be more aggressive. He has to look for his shots, and Thodic can score. And I mean, he's had a 25-point game this season. I think 22 or something like that.
Yeah, there was a
against
game
us.
where I think he had like 20-something points, and he
Yeah,
carried.
he hit a game winner too.
Yeah.
And then he scored 3 points against Huck. Like he scored 20-something against us. But
Wait, but last game, did he get the opportunities or? Like,
I don't know.
I'm not
That I don't
sure. I'm not. Did we get? No, we didn't get this game on video. I think this is the only game
We did.
didn't get on video.
I
did?
got it on. I was commentating on this. Yes, sir.
Okay, my bad. I haven't watched it yet. Then okay, so
No, it was just. I mean,
Tarek only had 3 points.
yeah, he
Yeah.
only had 3. So yeah,
What's
I
that?
don't know what it was. Maybe he was hurt as well. But the Commie Stars just didn't not look good. Like whenever they just had a possession, it was just like Nacho figured out. They doubled Nacho, and then everybody else was kind of confused, and they just kind of ISO somebody else. It was just weird. It was just not good shooting, not good possessions.
No, like later in the season, teams make adjustments. Look, Ozzy made an adjustment.
Coaching matters. All right, next game.
I want to give a shout out first off to Norris.
Yes,
That guy, I can't believe he only
Norris.
had 16. The dude went off, and
Yeah, that's
not
what
only
people
was
told me.
listen, he was making moves, he was shaking people, he was breaking people. And the best part about his game is not that he scores so much, it's that his excitement, his energy, the way he talks to the crowd.
When he crosses up, like he goes,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
I know you got me. You don't got to make the sound effects too.
Like he's a perfect player for our league. I love
He's
him.
entertaining. Yeah,
Yeah.
That was it was good
Love
to see
Norris.
Norris back. He was
And
out
then-
a couple of weeks. Real good
Juarez,
to see
I
him.
actually think, and I don't know if this is accurate or not, but like D'Angelo, in D'Angelo's case, I feel like because Norris is there, he can actually get those stats. You know, like I sometimes think about it like Romello. Romello's a piece where Quan Gaston, he's had up and down seasons recently. Right now with Romello, he looks like pretty much like a stud, just a stud. Every game is what I mean. I'm just talking about the consistency of when you have like a team setup. Like know, like in going up against you guys is harder to game plan because it's like, man, I gotta guard this many players now.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put my focus on this many guys. Like I just preach that a lot, just because it's if you focus on 2 guys, then that's easy. You got to focus on 5. That's a much harder game setup.
And they didn't have, they didn't have Coach Ahmed Shah this week, and he'll be back. And he's coming. He's still dealing with that wrist injury that's kept him out most of the season. But the last couple of weeks, he's been raining shots.
well.
Yeah, he's been hitting threes. So yeah, maybe Huck is going to bounce back. They got to win Sunday though. Well, let's see.
Juarez,
Yeah,
is
one
that
of the sleeper
Sultans
teams.
versus Warriors next? Because that game was fun.
Sultans versus Warriors. Yep, 80-75. Sultans pulled it out, and me and Ozzy did not pick this game correctly, and we got an earful that we didn't pick it correctly.
I wasn't even on the podcast, and apparently I got an earful. They're like,
you catching straight. Everyone was catching strays. Everyone was catching
I
strays.
wasn't even on it.
But we'll go through the box score. We'll talk about it more in depth. Ronald
Zach
Williams,
and
10 points, 10 rebounds, double by him. Heard he dunked on somebody too.
Oh, Ronald had a steal, and I knew he had
Yeah.
jump, but he had lift off.
Yeah,
I didn't know he
DM'd
could
on
dunk.
somebody. Joe Wynn, 18 points, 8 assists. Dane, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Zach Pope, 24 points. DeMage had 6 points, 4 rebounds. For the Warriors side, Darius Donaldson, 11 points, 12 rebounds. Ishmael Muhammad, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals. Did all he could. Rami Bashir, 12 points, 4 blocks. Akbar had 13 points. Yusuf Osweiss had 27. But I heard the Warriors had, I don't know who watched this game, but I heard the Warriors had a lead in the third quarter, double digits. And Sultan's kind of came back and snatched it from him.
Yeah, I did clock on this game. Well, actually, I didn't do clock. I was technically sub coaching in the game, so I was just running like subs. But
with Sadiq out, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, they play. So I don't care what it said. Anybody can take credit, blame. Juarez, are you ever gonna blame if you lost a game and let's say one of your players, you clearly made the mistake at the end? Are you blaming that one player, or are you collectively as a team did you guys make mistakes to not win the game?
No, yeah, you can't blame one single player unless
Or
it's like
instance.
back to back possessions.
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, all right, man, you should stop doing that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, right? So I always
game.
looked at it from that perspective too. Like even being sub coach for Sultans this weekend, they pulled it out. I just remember telling them in the fourth quarter, like, guys, you guys, we're all humans. We can set screens for each other. We can kind of protect each other a little bit. And I don't know. I don't think that necessarily changed it, but I also give a lot of heat to DeMage. And I think we collectively sometimes give heat to DeMage. DeMage, great job, sir. You were the first to pick up your guys this week. You were the first one to give, hey, man, great job out there, even if you weren't in the game. And then on top of that, those 6 points are the last two big threes towards the end of that game.
Wow.
Yeah,
hit
clutch buckets.
Yeah, I did the video with like 3.5 minutes left in the third. I started doing the video, and the Warriors were up 62-51 in the fourth quarter, and completely blew it. Just completely blew it, and they kind of fell apart at the end. And you got to give credit to Sultans. They played real feisty in the fourth quarter, very physical and active. And Warriors got a little disorganized. They got a little disjointed, a little hectic. You know, they tend to play a little bit too much pickup ball in NMAA, and that's not going to work in intense games. And you saw that fall apart.
Zach and Joe are vets on that. Like, you got to give them their credit. I know a lot of people sometimes say that they're small, but those are two guys that have cardio for days. They can both jump. They're both fantastic handle and can shoot.
And they might be small, but they are not weak. They're both strong dudes. They got strong bases. You can't move them off their spot unless you're a much bigger dude. Like regular guards that are even like just a normal size will not be moving Zach and Joe. They get to their spots when they want to.
No, Sultans after that trade for Zach Pope, and whether or not they said it to Sadiq or not, I don't know if they did, but they have not, outside of against us, they haven't lost a game.
And there was a lot of missed layups by the Warriors. Like, I'm talking about gimmies. They I must have counted 4, 5, 6 missed layup, like easy ones. So they've got to do better on that.
Well, that is the Week 10 recap. We ran a little long because Ozzy and Dev were duking it out in the beginning. It was actually not duking it out. Dev was kind of quiet, and Ozzy was just bullying him.
Baby.
Yeah, El Clasico. That was a great weekend of games. And let's get to the picks. We got the records for it too. Ozzy, we're going to take you off your throne. Let's get to the picks right now.
Yeah, right. All right.
And the final week of the regular season, we are picking all the games once again. And let me run through the standings for the picks. We haven't done that in a couple weeks. First place is Omer Zahazi, 33-17 overall. Second place is Ramsey, 31-19. Dev is in third, 30-20 overall. And I'm in fourth. I'm 29-21. But I still got a winning record. I'm right there. I'm 4 games back. I haven't given up. We're picking the playoffs. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
This sounds like last season. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Ozzy, I'm coming for you, bro.
Ramsey's right on.
How
He's
far
two
back
games
is
Hey,
Ramsey?
if I'm not going to win the league, I'm going to win the pick'em.
How many games is he close? How close
He's
is
two
he?
games back. He's 2 games back. You
I
had
had a bad
33
week.
right. He has
I had a bad
31.
week. All right, so this is a
Yeah,
big
he
week.
caught up. You had a bad week. Ozzy
Wait,
went 1
wait.
and 4.
We're doing playoffs. We're counting playoffs in this.
Of course, we did playoffs last season too.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
don't be John. Don't let off the gas. Come
Ozzy
on.
trying to change the
Keep
rules,
your pedal
trying to
up.
be the last week, get it over with. But let's go to the first game of the week: Revengers versus the Warriors. Ozzy can't pick this game, but why don't you analyze it for us a little bit so we can make an educated pick?
Oh, I'm not giving any analysis on this. You guys have been hating on me all season. You won't listen to the fact that we're hobbled, that we're banged up, that we're always playing with 5 or 6 guys. Hey, this past Sunday, El Clasico, that's your analysis. Make your picks.
Hey Ozzy, we're not even the one that's saying you're like you are humbled. That's why we're picking against you. That's the whole point. Kamos is limping up and down the court. You need to get him crutches in the middle of the game.
He toughed it out.
Yeah, he was toughing it out.
Actually, let me say, shout out to Kamos. He toughed it out. He was on 1 foot. He told me Saturday night he wasn't gonna be able to go, and then he showed up. So shout out to him.
Man, listen, hey, he's limping, but he did run a fast break on Alex.
Saw that.
Oh,
He stole Alex.
Stop using that dang excuse.
Took his cookies and then looked back at him before he finger rolled it. I said, "What is going on?"
Gave him a stiff arm too, but I think he gave him the Heisman. So
he gave him
like, you ain't blocking this.
Ramsey, speaking of, I'll let you pick this game first. What are you thinking here?
Oh, that's easy. Well, they didn't have Chris Malcolm last week, so that's why they were able to take it into the hole, attack. I mean, come on, you seen Kamos, Nasser, and Sharif all just taking it in, and Steve at the end. So the Warriors got Rami, and I need y'all to lose. So I'm going Warriors.
He's been trying to manifest it.
I just want pick 'em. Go ahead. I just want pick 'em.
All right, Dev, go ahead.
I gotta stick with it. He did get the win, but I'm just not sold on the Revengers still.
Wow. Wow.
I'm going with Warriors on this one.
Look at that.
Okay, so we got a couple non-believers, which gives me an opportunity.
It's crazy that you have Ish, Darius, Akbar, and Yusuf, who collectively, and Rami. So even if Rami scores no points, if Rami scores nothing,
not enough balls.
Come on, guys.
Come
on, so I'm gonna go with the Warriors on it. Rami, I know I said something about the layups. Rami, I don't even care about the layups. Yell at your other 4 players if they don't win you the game. Yell at them, because the thing is, Rami plays so hard on defense. Rami, I don't even care about the layups no more, man.
He's averaging like 4 blocks a game. So.
Yo, I'm telling you, and gobbling rebounds. Rami, I don't even care, dude. Do your thing. Yell at your players if you lose the game.
Oh, this is awesome.
Well, this gives me a chance to make up some ground because I'm going to pick the Revengers here. And Ozzy, if you guys freaking lose, I swear I'm never picking you again. But next game, Commie SARS versus Al-Fateh. Commie SARS are on this slide that they cannot get off of. But Al-Fateh is now looking a little bit better. They beat the 99ers, who were on a 3-game win streak, and beat them on a game winner. And they play true team basketball. There's no true superstar on Al-Fateh. But that being said, Josh Clemens out. Commie SARS on paper are so good. It's so hard for me to go against them. And I'm rooting against them this week too, because I do not want to play them in the first round. But
I need Fateh to lose.
I'm going to go with the Commie SARS here. Ozzy, you pick this game for us next. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, I'm with you. Commie SARS are struggling. They have not looked good in several weeks. Hani is banged up. First, he had the eye injury. Juarez, you could probably say something.
Sorry, Hani.
And then the finger. So it's hard to pick the Commie SARS. I want to because I need Fateh to lose. That helps my playoff chances. But if we're gonna do pick 'em, I will go with Al-Fateh in this one.
Oh, Al-Fateh. Okay, you switched it up. I already wrote down Commie SARS for you and everything. Ramsey, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, similar to Ozzy, I do need Commie SARS to win. And I still believe in their team. I still think they have a great team, and I think they can gel at the end. I mean, you got 2 big guys in Amir and Hani. Just take it in. Stop shooting 3s. Stop making it easy for the other team. So I'm going Commie SARS. I'm going Commie stars.
Okay, and Dev, close out this game for us. What are you thinking here?
I'm going Al-Fateh just because I haven't been overly sold with the commissars. But my thing is that against Al-Fateh, Wasim is pesky. He's just pesky, and he's pesky for 4 whole quarters. It's
He's
not like
still
he's
Wasim.
pesky for like half the game. He's
The
Yeah.
pesky
Energizer Bunny.
nonstop.
Yes.
Then
Wasim is still Wasim.
so I at first when Nader asked me for those two, I didn't understand exactly what he was trying to do, and then now I just understand it. He just has a team that's like pickup, but all understand how to play, and they're just kind of playing a good pickup game.
Yeah.
It's the
And
Thursday night runs. It's
yes,
the
it's like
Thursday night team.
runs, and
Dev,
they're fantastic. So I don't know. I'm gonna go with that. I think Fateh comes out because Nacho. I don't know. Just something doesn't seem right with Commissars overall. As like
Yeah, I don't.
on the floors, it doesn't look right.
Yeah,
It doesn't. I agree with you there.
They're bickering with each other. They're arguing. It's just they're falling apart and they're hurt.
Yeah,
They
and now
are
you're
falling
closing out the
apart.
season and you're already losing, so it's kind of like it's hard for me to pick that team unless they can try to turn something around.
Yeah.
No, that's true too. But with that, the game of the week, not just the game of the week, you know what? The game of the season, John versus MIB, 1 versus 2. The winner gets the 1 seed, regardless of the score, regardless of the point differential. Dev's smiling right now because he seems excited. We can't pick this game, but I'll tell you what. Ozzy was telling me last week that we might be overlooking our game against Towheed and looking forward to John. It looks like the John did that and was looking forward to us and forgot about the Revengers. This is gonna be a great matchup. Dev, I'll let you analyze this, then I'll talk about it a little bit.
Oh, my thing is, I'll be honest, this is my fire for my team. Guys, if you play anywhere near we played like we were losing and the game was close. So like I said, like we got punched in the face. We didn't get punched in the face and got down 20. We got punched in the face and maybe we were down 8 or 6. But for some reason it felt like we couldn't come back. MIB's gonna they will punch us in the face. It's not gonna be like a small punch, it's gonna be a big whopping punch. And then Dier Lee came over to me and said, "Yo, Romello, what's wrong with him? Why does he run so much?" The guy who has a ridiculous motor in the league, comes over to me breathing hard and says, "Yo, tell Mel to stop running."
That's funny.
Exactly. It's
gonna be
not going to be that. Our intensity got to be ready. Everything got to be ready. If not, I'll call it the loss against my team. Because if it's not all there and you don't value the possessions, you're going to lose.
So for me, I think against Towheed, we had an okay game, but not a great game. We didn't have a good shooting game at all. And I'm glad that we had that last week because I don't think we get 2 of those in a row. I'm hoping some of our bench players get hot. It's a lot of people on my team that have been looking forward to this game, and we're gonna get it, man. I'm looking forward to it. But
if I know Romello correctly, he's looking to punch me with both hands, and he's
Yeah.
looking to get, like for me to like be down 40 or something. I know I'm very well aware of what Romello's trying to come out and do.
for sure. But Ozzy, I'll let you pick this game first. What are you thinking here?
Listen, this is going to be one of the most exciting games of the season. This is 1 versus 2.
I do have Chris Malcolm, by the way.
It's good to know. It's Romello versus Alex Ford. John got punched in the mouth, just like Dev said. Romello has made a statement the last couple weeks, putting up even better numbers than he had before. He's letting everybody know that this is his league. It's the battle for the first seed in the playoffs, the battle for the best record in the league. I mean, does it get any better than this? I'm excited. I can't wait. I am going to go with MIB.
Let's go, Ozzy. Good
Ozzy, I
pick.
do have to say one thing based on what he said really fast. He said Romello is letting everyone know whose league it is. If the stars are listening, and if Alex Ford and James, you guys are listening, if he wins, it's his league.
It's his league.
And then the only shot we got is in the playoffs to get it back.
Playoffs, yep.
Yeah, that's true. Ramsey, what are you thinking here, bro?
So from my numbered years in the league, I've come away with this small piece of wisdom. The team that makes it harder for the other team is usually going to win the game. And the way to make it harder for the other team is to pass the ball, to keep it moving, and to keep the other team guessing. It's just common sense. If the team is one-dimensional, they're going to be hard to beat. I mean, it's going to be easy to beat. All right. So the team that I feel like is not one-dimensional is MIB. So
The Men in Black.
with that, I'm going MIB.
It
Look
took
at
Dev
that.
for Dev to lose the second last week for us to get respect. Like what
No,
happened?
no, but
No,
just to
I've always-
defend my
I've
guys
always-
really
I've always
quickly,
given
then
you
we've
guys
done
respect.
really good for being one-dimensional.
Yeah.
No, 100%. 100%. I'm not, and okay, I take that back. I'm not saying you guys are one-dimensional, but
No, I know what you
Bro,
meant by it.
He's
yeah,
saying that we're not one-dimensional.
No,
Yeah,
but look,
exactly,
he
because
makes a good point. He
the
makes a
ball's
good
moving
point.
so fast.
Chris Malcolm is a big part of that team's defensive identity. Without him, they do struggle big time defensively. So I do think this will be a very close game, and whichever team turns it over less, whichever team gets more rebounds, whichever team plays higher percentage pass to assists, they will get the win.
Oh,
And it
well,
seems
it's going
like
to be a great
it's-
game, though.
It's gonna be
a good-
great. I'm looking forward to it so much. It's
it
gonna be
seems
a
like
fun game.
MIB also plays less emotional as well. So I think towards the end of the games,
Dev, I
they're
think
gonna
you
be more
you guys
composed.
lead the league in technicals. I think you do.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? You know what's so fun? So what's so odd about it is that if
Funny.
anybody deserved technicals this week, it wasn't me. Even though everyone looks at my team to give the technicals, I
Yeah.
swear to God, I'm like, because James, nobody, they were so. I felt like my guys went out and had the craziest night, and then just were not awake because none of them looked to smack talk that week. But Ozzy, them were so excited and so built up that like. It still
Yeah.
looked like I was the bad guy at the end, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, you get everyone's best game when you're on top. You really
Yes.
do, and especially since that's a heated rivalry, like that was gonna happen. We've this has happened to us sometimes. Where sometimes we're playing games and we're not even really thinking about it, and the other team is like so amped up to, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forget that we're like at the top. People are trying to make a statement win against us.
Yeah, now you know
But
how
that's
we
gonna be
feel
a
every
great
week,
game.
Juarez.
It's gonna be a great game. I can't wait for it. But the next game, Sultans versus Huck. Last week I picked against Sultans. I'm gonna go ahead and pick first here. This is gonna be a good game. A big three versus big three. Dane told me, Dane's like, bro, it's a big three. It's not. I know Joe and Zach can do what they do, but it's a big three. I said, I agree with you. So Joe, Zach, Dane versus D'Angelo, Norris, Heron. This is going to be a good game. And Sultans right now are 3 seed. They want to stay there. If they win this game, they stay there. And I can't disrespect Sultans anymore. Zach, if you're listening, bro, I told you I was going to pick you this week. And I am picking you guys this week. I got the Sultans versus Huck. Ozzy, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, listen. Shout out to the Sultans. They're what are they 6-4 now? They've really done a good job, especially since the trade, playing really well. Their coach Sadiq, Dev's younger brother, rookie coach at NMAA, first season, is very confident, is what I would say. He lets us
no
know,
doubt about that part.
he lets us know every week how good his team is, even when they
But
lose.
that's belief, though. He
And
does believe in those guys.
And he does. And then, let me just say, Zach and Joe tagged our Instagram account and called us all out for not picking them. That's what they did. That's what they did. And those are my guys, and I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm glad you guys won, but your tagging does not change my mind whatsoever. I'm going Huck, even though I need Huck to lose. Even though I do want Huck to lose, it helps my playoff spots. I think Huck is going to take this game if their big three is there. Huck's big three has to be there.
Zach posted that IG story. They had some essential oils in the car, some lavender, nice little oil diffuser in the car there.
Yeah.
But Ramsey,
It's very
who do you
foggy.
got in this game?
Ozzy, why did you put yourself in that situation? First, you have 2 lose-lose situations for you.
Yeah.
All right, you picked against Al-Fateh, and you picked for Al-Fateh, and you need them to lose, and you picked again with Huck, and you need them to lose. Why'd you do that?
Unbiased, bro. The commission's trying to be unbiased.
Ramsey, do you know what that sounds like? When another team trades a guy but still pays for their salary.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's how bad you want to get rid of that guy. I will pay you to take this guy.
Get out of here.
Isn't that what the Thunder did with Russell Westbrook and take him? and we'll pay his salary. Or
Something
Houston.
like that. Yeah, that's how you know. Like,
Yeah.
look, I just don't believe in him. I just don't believe in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the Lakers are still playing Luol Deng, by the way. Ramsey, who you got in this game?
I
Lakers
did
are
not know
such
that.
trash. Anyways.
Well, for my pick, all I know for when we played against Huck, Joel was on our bench coaching me on how to beat Huck. So I already know he knows how to beat them. So I'm going Sultans.
Okay, and Dev, close
Take
out
it
this
easy.
game for us. What you got?
I gotta go. This one's tough because I love that big three. Dane, I gotta call you out a little bit here, Dane. Dane, if you're gonna be in the big three, I need you to make more of those layups because you missed a lot of point blank layups that I thought that you make. That float game that you have didn't look good. They look a little deflated on the float game this week. So if you're gonna give yourself that big three status, and there's no doubt about it. They need Dane because of the size, because of the presence, the aggressiveness. He has more than enough experience in the game. I'm saying though that I'm going Sultans, but Dane, I just need you got to finish those, and that's the game.
Come on, he does, man. He does. No, that's
No,
not.
I'm saying
Lately, he
from
hasn't been,
last
though.
week's game. I don't know about
Lately,
other
he
weeks.
hasn't
I'm
been.
saying last week's game, I felt like he missed a lot of
The
layups.
Great Dane. Don't talk about the Great Dane. Like
Great Dane. Yeah, that's a good nickname.
I love Dane.
Next game, Showtime versus the 99ers. Ramsey already called Showtime out, said he's coming for them. But Ramsey, I'll let you analyze this game a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to really influence my pick that much. But go ahead, Ramsey.
no comment.
All right, so I got Showtime. Ozzy, how about you?
Listen.
Do you have everybody, Ramsey? You got everybody? You got Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Does
not
it-
confident at all. All right.
You
Yeah,
say
we
you're
do, we do.
smiling through it. It seems like you're
Yeah.
lying.
No. I'm laughing because every week you guys call me out about like giving you guys like this huge spiel of why you should pick me.
Yeah, you do.
So don't say nothing.
You're a salesman. All right.
I'm gonna let
Yeah.
y'all pick.
So I
Listen.
said Eskimo, Ramsey.
All right. Who'd you go, Wars?
I went Showtime here.
Okay, yeah. It was good to see Showtime bounce back because I was really questioning who they were after they got pummeled by MIB and Josh struggled, and Demetrius still looks like he's struggling a little bit offensively. 99ers, as much as I like to rag on Ramsey, Mike is a big piece of that offense, and he was missing. And if they've got their full squad, they did look pretty sharp in that 3-game win streak. Although they shouldn't have beat us, but they look pretty sharp in that 3-game win streak. So this is actually going to be a very close game. I feel. I think it's going to go down to the wire. I think it's a team same like John versus MIB. I think it's going to be a team that plays a little bit smarter at the end, that doesn't take bad shots or tries to go one-on-one, with 2 minutes left in the game. It's not street ball, guys. Play a little intelligent sometimes. I think that's what's going to win the game. So, yeah, I'm calling out the Warriors, by the way. So Showtime 99ers, very tough. I'm going to lean very, very slightly towards Showtime.
Ooh, okay.
I want to ask you guys, what game haven't we played that hasn't been close? Every single game came down to the wire.
The
There you
other
go.
team didn't
Sell
have like
it.
2 of their players. One time you won by 20. But that
Well,
you haven't
yeah,
lost.
yeah.
You haven't lost in a blowout.
I'm
He's
going
selling.
Showtime also.
Oh, he got swept.
Hey, all right, this might be my last time on the podcast.
Ramsey, bro, it's a championship contending team. They've been scoring 90 plus. They always score 100 points almost every week, man.
Can I just
You're
say
3 and
this about
7,
my?
bro. 3.
Can I just say this
7.
about my team? We're 10th in the standings, right?
Yeah, you're
But
10th.
we're 4th
Where am
for
I?
points scored.
Mm.
We're 4th or 5th in points against, and we're 4th in points differential. Yet we're 10th. So I just
Yeah, because
feel
you got
like
3 wins. You got 3 wins. That's why.
That's
and we
the
gotta
only
make this
stat
league-
that I was looking at.
You're doing all the other math. Look at the first
Hey.
number.
we gotta make this league longer. It's gonna average out. So
Wait, so hey, wasn't Ramsey talking about the Revengers in the standings last week? Where are you at again? You said
Yeah,
10th?
he did
Yeah.
do that.
Wait,
Yeah,
let me
He did
count.
do that.
7th for the Revengers. So you're
Oh.
3 spots
all
behind
right,
us, buddy.
just win next week and then we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk.
I was like, Ramsey, you coming out with a lot of numbers. The only number I ever look at is that first number on my team right now. We lost, but I still got 8 and 2. I don't even know.
That's true. And
There's
guaranteed top 2
context
seed,
behind every
Dev.
loss.
So
Hey, listen, we should be doing something about the podcast team and the coach that has the worst record. And right now it's Ramsey. He's 3 and 7. The rest of us have better records than Ramsey. So I don't know. Maybe we should wear
Ooh.
Ramsey should
Whoa, we should
hold
do
a
that
sign
for
on
the
it.
pick'em. for the pick 'em, the person with the worst
No,
record.
no,
in
no,
the
no,
pick 'em.
relax. We're not doing that for the pick'em. Hold on. We're doing it for actual team. But okay,
I don't
last
know.
game of the week. Towheed versus Blessed. This is another big game for seeding. I think both teams might have clinched. Blessed might not have clinched actually. We'll have that podcast for you on Friday. But
You know,
this game is going to be another good one. Another matchup between an elite scorer versus one of the best all-around players, Terrell and Dier. Ozzy, what are you thinking here with this game?
yeah, actually, it looks like, and we're jumping the gun, so don't quote us on this, but it looks like winner does clinch this one, because
Winning.
that'll be their sixth win. I think 6 wins gets you into the playoffs. So huge game. This is very easy, man. And what have I been saying all season? I'm not going to change it now. If Terrell Alfred doesn't drop a 45 piece or higher, Towheed is going to win this game. Plain and simple.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dev, what are you thinking here?
Oh no, I go. Let me make sure. I go Towheed. Yep. So
Why? I love it.
I go based on what I believe and see, and like I said, I just haven't been fully sold yet on Blessed. They've had moments where they've surprised me, but I just haven't been fully sold on it.
Listen, in my opinion, Ramsey, give me a second. They've overachieved. They're 5-5 to me. They've overachieved with that squad. So a little bit of shout out to Fudge and Terrell and the rest of the guys for being competitive every week.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to be that good. I think they're not as. I don't think they're as good as the record is showing, to be honest. And I hate to call them out like that, but anyways, it's Ramsey's turn, and why are we kicking it to him? We already know what he's going to say.
We know what he's gonna say.
No,
Ramsey, go ahead.
Well, last week they didn't have Omar. They didn't have Omar Rosado, which is a big part of their offense.
Sure.
So he plays a huge. He plays a huge part, and I mean, they went on a 3-game win streak, right? Before their last loss.
Yeah.
All right. Honestly, it's gonna be a great game. The story of the game: Salim got traded from Blessed to Towheed, and Tim got traded from Towheed to Blessed.
Oh, that is the story, actually. Yes, that's solid story.
And you got 2 bigs in Jay and Tim, great bigs. All right, and then you got 2 huge scorers. You got Terrell, and then 2 huge parts of their offense, because Dier is not really a huge scorer, but he plays a huge part in Towheed's offense.
The kid is everywhere.
He plays. Even if he doesn't score the basket, he gets the assist or he gets the rebound that leads to the points, whatever. The guy is amazing, but it's best to be.
What?
All right.
Yeah,
so
know.
Ramsey goes with the Blessed. Ramsey goes with Blessed. I'll make the last pick of the week. I don't think it's gonna be that good of a game unless, and this is me calling out my guy, Isaiah has to hit his shots because he's getting wide open jumpers. Isaiah, you got to start cooking. Getting that ghetto in the Meadowwoods Rec Center. Me and you will go on Saturday, bro. You got to hit your shots. Bro. And I need you to stop getting disrespect on the podcast. Your draft stock's going down too, my guy. Come on, bro.
Nah. Listen, Isaiah's draft stock is not even in his game. It's what he brings outside the game. Your group
it really is. It's what he brings to the group chat.
That's all I gotta say.
always be in the highest.
The second round for that.
Hey, Ramsey, this might help you, and I could be wrong on this, but if we track back all the games where Chris doesn't score 20, I think Showtime loses.
Ooh, we could do that. All right.
Yeah,
but anyways, I got Towheed here. So
I mean, I think going back to what they were just saying, listen, Mike Nichols, again, another shout out to him. He's been really sniping this season. If him and Salim are dropping shots, Dier kind of reminds me of like a Jimmy Butler type. He just kind of does a little bit of everything, and he's capable of having a big game. If Mike and Salim are hitting, and it's just not going to be a close game. It's just not. But Blessed can't keep it close. It's going to be contingent, I think, on those 2 factors.
Yep.
Yeah,
let's
so
see.
he's a great team. So yeah.
But that's it for the pick segment of the regular season. We'll be back with the picks in the playoffs, but we'll have a regular season champion for the picks at least. And maybe there's a reason that the 2 lower teams in the standings are 2 higher teams in the picks, because they don't have to pick their own team. I don't get to pick my own team. I don't get to be 9-1 for those 9 free picks that I would have gotten. So they get to pick my team every week and still start screwing it up sometimes.
That's hilarious.
That's it for the pick segment. Let's get out of here.
Hey, don't forget that you were 0-8 last season, and you could have picked, and you were
I
able to
know
pick
he's
well, and
he's
you
I
he's
did,
on the
yeah.
lost
high
by
horse
one
right
And
game
you
in
now.
the
still
picks. You know
lost.
that?
Yeah,
I
you
lost
lost to
by one
me.
game in the
Right, you
picks. I
lost to me.
did.
Let me
You
just
won
point
it.
that out.
You
Yeah,
won it.
I am the current pick champion. All
Oh,
right.
then your analogy works then, Juarez. Because last
There,
season.
there you go. That's all I'm saying. I can't pick myself. So let's get to the next segment, guys. And that pretty much wraps up the NMAA podcast for week 11 recap. But before we go, Dev, you had something to tell us this week.
Yeah, hey guys. So we closing off the league, and of course we are the National Muslim Athletic Association. We've never, of course, tried to force religion or kind of throw those topics in, but we have been brought to our attention by several players and even family members, just questions pertaining to Islam, and sometimes we may have maybe the wrong idea of what a Muslim is, or maybe how we conduct and follow our religion. So this week, and Ozzy can attest to this. Ozzy, we've seen a lot of players come in and out of the league. We've seen a lot of age groups. And I think more than ever, this is the season where we have guys that are in the mid 20s to like close to like mid 30s. And usually in that time frame is the question where it's like, what am I doing here? Or like, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing for the rest of my life? And all these like life impactful questions. Um, so Ramsey, I got a question for you really fast. Ramsey, if you didn't know me, you were in your room, picked you up, dropped you in the middle of nowhere. You didn't know how you got there. I take off and I drive off. You don't get to see me, right?
Mhm.
You're randomly nowhere. You start looking around. What are the questions you're going to ask yourself?
Where am I?
Where am
Why am
I?
I here?
Why am I
And
here?
and who brought me here?
Who brought me here, right? So, and we can always say sometimes, what am I doing here? What am I supposed to be doing here? And what's interesting about this concept is that we are all brought into this world and we never ask that question. We just go with the flow with the rest of the world, kind of like that herd sheep mentality. We don't exactly know what we're supposed to be doing, so we're just following along with what everybody else is saying to do. So this week, towards the end of the season, we'd like the opportunity, if you guys do have any questions pertaining to what am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? And in my honest opinion, as far as walks of life, there are only two that are accepting of people so far as coming into a way of life. And I would encourage everyone to seek that out, to find out what those two are. I can't tell you, and I'm not going to be biased towards one or the other. I'm just going to say that we do have at least an opportunity where one of our coaches, Faraj, may God bless him, he says that after the games this week, he'll be outside and he'll answer any questions that you guys may have. So we're not looking to compete against one another. We're not looking to fight against one another, each other. But if you have a question pertaining to Islam, or what it means to be a Muslim, or what your purpose is, or what you're looking for in your own life, we'll try to help. We'll answer what we can. And if we can't find the proper answer, then we'll try to find the person who can help you with that. So I appreciate you guys. For all the players out there that are asking themselves that question, sometimes understanding the purpose of life is the difference between mental happiness or mental stress.
Thanks, Dev.
Couldn't have said it better
Absolutely.
myself. Dev, well
Absolutely.
said. And Dev,
Hang
just because
on.
you said those nice words doesn't mean I'm going to hold back this week on Sunday. MIB versus Jund. I'm looking forward to it, man. We've been talking about this game for, I think, 4 weeks. So
A long time.
it's finally the week. It's finally
Juarez,
up.
hey, when you got a sec, I actually want to add one more thing. I just
Go ahead,
realized it. I
Ozzy.
forgot to mention it. Okay. So for our anime guys, what's today? The first. Yesterday was the 6-year anniversary of the passing of one of our anime brothers, Hussam Al Ghanam. And so I'm going to be making an Instagram post this Wednesday, March 2nd, just to, again, just to remember him. And we have a YouTube video that we dedicated to him back 6 years ago when he did pass. And I just wanted to kind of remind everybody, especially our anime circle, just, make your prayers for him, make your dua for him and his and his family. It was a tragic passing. May Allah forgive his sins and grant him Jannah, paradise, inshallah. So I still remember Hassam as being one of the happiest guys in our league. He had just graduated med school and had messaged me that he wanted to come back for one season before he went off to residency, and he never got that chance. So a reminder to follow up on what Dev just said. As Muslims, we really believe also that we never know when our last day is, and it's important every day to do our due diligence to make sure we perform the things that we're required to perform. There's a discipline that comes with being a Muslim. You have to make sure you get your 5 prayers in. You have to make sure you do the things character-wise, because you don't know if I do something bad on a Monday and I die Monday night, then Tuesday I didn't get a chance to atone for it. And so there's a discipline. And so, Hassan didn't get a chance to play in NMAA. We really still miss him. I still miss him. I still talk to his mom about it. Ramadan, the month of Ramadan is coming in 30 days, where we fast, and we don't know if we're going to see it. So, again, just a reminder to our guys, our circle, if you have a chance, remember Hassan, and please go see footage after the games are over and ask your questions for us. And a reminder to my Muslim brothers, hey guys, as one of the resident old guys in our league, man, you don't know when the last day is. So make sure every day you're following that discipline, you're maintaining your character, you're performing the things that you're obligated, you're mandated to do. And that's all I had to say. Let's go back to trash talking, John Dem might be.
Well, wait. If no one knows who Farge is, that's my brother. He looks like me. He's the one yelling at his team to run back all the time. So
Just coach.
Fun.
The coach for Blessed. Yeah, you'll see.
Who, by the way, did amazing commentary on El Clasico. John versus Revengers.
I didn't know his voice could do that. He did a great job.
He was funny. Listen, when Juarez told me that he didn't do the video because I sent him to the video and he said Footage did it, I was worried because Juarez was scheduled to do the video. And we know that Juarez is a great commentator, and I was worried, but Footage nailed it, man. I had players messaging me like he said butter squash, and they were rolling. So great job.
Good job, Footage. But we'll have more videos by him, and go see him outside the gym. But with that, everybody stay happy. Everybody stay healthy. We'll see you again next week, hopefully with a smile on my face. But you know what? I'm top 2 seed guaranteed anyway.
Woo! So Dev could be on a 2-game losing streak. A 2-game losing streak.
But Juarez, we still have endless crap talk because I still think I'm second place, I believe.
Oh my goodness. Okay. We'll see you guys next week, man. Peace out.
All right.
Peace.
This that national Muslim athletics. Oh, we playing this the association. Pass it quick at the rim, make them shots, boy. Shots, snatch them things, lock them in, get them blocks, boy. Blocks. This that national. Oh, we national. This that national. Oh, we national. Pass it quick at the rim, make them shots, boy. Shots, snatch them things, lock them in, get them blocks, boy. Ball starts it, pass in an instance, grabbing a scrimmage, basket is singing, home court, or they actually visit his tactics, killing it, talent, benefits, draft league of athletes, exactly laughing and happy when snapping, magic of passing is happening, trash speech, no slack, these surpass me. Keep you a shooter, granny shot, no underhand hooping. Point guard, make sure rock is moving. Big dog waiting on lobs, no losing. Popping boards at any cost. Man up, dog at any cost. At any cost. Box out, I can get them boys, can't get them all. Cardio needed, audio screaming, kill them on Dio, launch from the deep end. It's time out session, push to the end, find that aggression, cook up again, rockets netting, NMAA, look around, best ball league in the old town. This that national Muslim athletics. Oh, we playing this the association. Pass it quick at the rim, make them shots, boy. Shots, snatch them things, lock them in, get them blocks, boy. Blocks. This that national. Oh, we national. This that national. Oh, we national. Pass it quick at the rim, make them shots, boy. Shots, snatch them things, lock them in, get them blocks, boy. Block.
It's a league. We're the fiends for the court. The speed in the sport, setting teams. With the need to lead, breathe, succeed at all costs. Dreams never lost. Fast play, pass fake. Where you at on draft day? First round of draft late. Don't end up in last place. Miss, stay shooting. Even with his backache. Laugh, till you pinned off the glass. Wait, just blew a fast break. break.
Substitution.
Back to the bench for that last play. Stay in the fast lane. Baseline cut. Easy bucket off the switch. Last second shot. Buzzer beater for the clinch. Number one playoff spot. Worked all season for this. But 8 seeds on top. Upset like March Madness. Savage attack to the basket. Classic. Run the ball through traffic. Passion, not passive. Every game is massive. NMAA versus the world. Shout it to the masses.
This that national. Oh, we national. This that national. Oh, we national. Pass it quick, at the rim, make them shots, make them shots. Dash them things like a man, get them blocks, boy, blocks.